There we go.
Oh my goodness, we did it. You guys, we're here. We made it. I apologize for being late, but thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure the anticipation, I can't even say anticipation. Anticipation. You know that Carly Simon song? Anyways.
I'll look it up.
I know the anticipation was probably killing everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We have a jam-packed show for you tonight. I mean, wow. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, wow, wow,
wow. Kelsey, how are you doing?
I am great. Fresh off my work day. Just
how'd it go?
Getting home. It was good. Good day, you know. Glad to be home, but all in all, we did well. Trying to pull up our bracket here to get us ready.
Yes.
Set it up and then it went away and here we go again. Okay, cool. Yeah, excited. Excited to fill in this bracket. Excited to go through some TopShot updates from today. Just a quick overview probably is necessary for that, given how much happens in such a short amount of time.
You guys, it moves at a lightning fast pace.
It's wild. It's really wild.
We will touch on a couple TopShot things for sure. I know we have a guest or two, at least one guest who is probably going to come on and open up a little stress test pack with us.
Yeah, update number 1. There were 2 stress tests today.
Can you believe it?
Neither of which I heard about early enough to join them on time. Although that's not true. I did hear about the second one and then I totally forgot about the queue system. And I was like, oh, cool. You know, I'm done with work at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, I'll pull it up so that I'm not like messing with TopShot, you know, at the end of my workday. Pulled it up at 8 o'clock and was like, oh, yeah, 8's too late. Like, I got to be in here to be in the queue to be randomized. Might have had a chance if I were.
Too late.
8 is too late. So
we gave it our best.
I hate to see it, but I did not get a stress test pack, which, you know, that's okay. I didn't. We're working gals.
we are working gals. We are working for the weekend and on the weekdays. But you know, since we are big fat losers, we enlisted
the takeaway. That's a takeaway for sure.
The takeaway from this episode is that we are big fat losers.
And if you didn't get a stress test pack, so are you.
Absolutely. But we do have a couple pals who were big fat winners. Might have a pack they want to open up on this stream. But the big winners we want to talk about, I suppose big potential winners, are the women of the NCAA basketball tournament. It is March. The madness has begun. And baby,
it really has.
It is madness.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, we do have a lot of bracket stuff we would like to talk about. You know, maybe you're listening to this and you have never filled out a bracket in your life. Or if you filled out a bracket, it was probably a men's bracket. You know, not to generalize, but it was probably a men's bracket. So we're mixing it up. We are here to teach you about the women's tournament this year. We're going to give you some of our picks, some of our favorite teams, some of our favorite players, possibly. And maybe you'll learn a thing or two and it'll inspire you to go fill out a bracket and win some money.
Yeah, I am realizing I too fill out men's brackets and I don't remember the last time I filled out a women's bracket. And I am currently, spoiler alert, filling in some of these names on a spinning wheel. I don't know what some of these school abbreviations are, I'm realizing. And I think it's because they're not teams in the men's tournament.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun for us, is to see if I got them right and what some of these mean, because
we're all here to learn.
Oh, that's gotta be no.
I'm watching you learn this in real time.
Yeah, this is fun.
Extremely fun, but I also, you know, there's definitely some teams I need to familiarize myself with in this bracket. But I suppose we can just start off by, maybe just popping off with our favorite team in the tournament. Do you have a favorite team in the tournament?
Yeah, but I think it's the boring choice, and I think it's because it's UConn, and it's always UConn. And UConn's great.
We've got
I'm
some
realizing
UConn jersey action.
I'm realizing I've been entering names for the men's bracket.
As we said up top,
there's a tab for bracket IQ, and mine is not great today. But here's the thing. I went onto the NCAA site, and I looked at the women's bracket, and then I made it said, like, make your bracket. So I clicked it. I logged in, got us on the Watch Me Work pod. It's the Watch Me Work pod bracket, got us in there.
Yep.
Was closed out. Didn't realize if it was men's or women's at that point. Got back in, pressed create bracket, and it's telling me it just pulled one up. And so because I had gone to the women's bracket, thought it was the women's, but they're not. UConn's not ranked 7.
No, definitely.
And I don't see Stanford on this list, which is how I knew this was wrong. I'm like, why haven't I typed in UConn's name yet? And that was helpful. So thank you for that question. Would love to know why I can't find
give
the
yourself
women's
some credit
bracket
here, because you at least knew who the top 2 ranked teams in the tournament are, and we will talk about that. So the top 2 teams in the women's tournament are, in fact, the UConn Huskies and the Stanford Cardinals. So obviously, the hype behind UConn has been forever. They have 11 national championships under their belt. They have everybody knows her name. She's America's daughter, is Paige Beckers. She has definitely lived up to the hype that has been surrounding her ever since she was a high schooler, really. People equate her to Diana Taurasi, say that she's the next Diana Taurasi. So lots of excitement behind UConn. It is no surprise that they are ranked in the top 2 teams of the tournament this year. But we've got Stanford, which surprises me a little bit. I didn't expect them to rank as high as they did, but they had a really amazing season. So my favorite in the tournament, obviously I'm wearing a UConn jersey right now. It's extremely hard for me to pick any other team. I really like Arkansas, and I think Arkansas is dangerous, and I think Caitlin Clark at Iowa is dangerous. So we're just going to see what happens. There's a lot of talent, especially at the freshman level on some of these teams. The underclassmen are performing really well in the league this year, and I really think it could end up being anybody's game.
Yeah, should be a fun matchup. And Stanford was ranked number 1 overall, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Which I saw that news. Yeah, I saw that news. I want to say like late last week.
Yeah.
And was like, this can't be right. And then turns out it is. So that'll be fun to take a look at.
Turns out they are back to number 1.
I will say the official NCAA site doesn't let you fill out the women's bracket online, it seems, and it makes you print that bracket. So when you press fill out your bracket, even though you're here, let me share screen this.
We already hate it.
Unless someone knows something I don't. Capital One NCAA. So this is what I went to. I pressed create bracket. It brought me.
Sure.
So when you press this, I made one. It brings me to the men's bracket. Gonzaga up here. We already know something's up.
Love it.
Right? So this is the men's bracket. Me thinking, I had gone from the women's page. So if I go from here, this is where I was, and I pressed fill out your bracket, which brought me to that other page,
Yep.
If I only shared that tab, huh? Hold on. Let me give you the new one.
The people need to know this. This is so important.
Let me do
it goes straight to the men's. That makes
let me do this whole thing. Okay. Yeah. So ready? If you go from here and you press, now let me show you what I did. I was here, women's bracket.
Yes.
I pressed fill out your bracket.
Sure.
I logged in, named my bracket, went here, men's bracket.
Oh, okay. We don't like that.
So
We don't like that.
have to print it from the NCAA site, but shout out ESPN for having one I can fill in. So I am logged into my email because we don't have a Watch Me Work account on ESPN. So we will get on that, but we will fill out this bracket. And this will be our Watch Me Work official choices here.
We love it.
Women's bracket. I will fix my random wheel spinner.
We love it.
To reflect the correct teams.
Yes. We do have a wheel. We should probably explain what the wheel is for. And first let's start this campaign. Cancel the NCAA.
Or they can
100%.
pay me for my time figuring this out for all of our viewers, and then they can reroute that payment to their athletes, and we'll be even. I'd be fine with that.
We'll call it even then, but for now, it's hashtag cancel the NCAA. Thank you.
NCAA is canceled for sure.
For sure. But we should probably explain what the wheel is for. So as we mentioned, maybe this is your first time ever filling out a bracket. It is probably your first time filling out a women's bracket, especially. And even with any bracket, you're not going to know who a lot of the teams are. A lot of people don't watch.
This ESPN one's much nicer.
Yeah. So we have created a wheel with every single women's team in the tournament. And if you'd like to come on or leave a comment, if you'd like to know who you should root for in the team, we will spin the wheel and it'll tell you who you should root for. And we're thinking perhaps if your team that we spin ends up winning the tournament, I think there's a prize.
There's going to be something.
Yeah.
There's going to be something.
There's going to be some sort of prize in order. Now,
I would like to theme it based on your team. Like I think we should decide based on who wins. Like I'd love, if Tennessee wins, then you got Tennessee. We can send you some Tennessee whiskey, or we'll do something fun. If you're not a drinker, I'll just Venmo you the price of the bottle I would have sent anyway. But like something along those lines, we're thinking for the prize. We want to leave it open for some fun on the namesakes here.
And if you're a tween or a teen, you'll get something else.
Probably just a Venmo for most of you. But if you like our themed idea, you may get more money out of us that way, because I will pay up for a good theme and a good bit. So
yes, we will.
Something you should know about me.
But if you're a teen out there and you're watching, no alcohol, we will find a similar valued prize for you. You guys are absolute heroes. Thank you, Dino Sharkey. We appreciate that.
And we're excited to assign you a team.
Yeah.
Once I get this wheel done.
Yeah, stick around. We're going to should we maybe spin the wheel for Dino Sharkey? Dino Sharkey, if you're watching, do you have a favorite in the tournament? Leave a comment. Tell us who that favorite is. If not, we'll spin the wheel. We'll tell you who you should root for.
We will give you a favorite. We'll probably need a favorite anyway. All right.
That's something to look forward to. We also, I had too much time on my hands today, so I did create a little quiz. The quiz will tell you which famous NCAA women's coach you are. So if you'd like to participate in the quiz, send us a message, send us a DM.
Can we drop that in the chat? Are you able to, is that like a Google link?
You know what? Yes, I can link it to the chat. That's such a good idea. I'll link it to the chat so you guys can fill out this quiz. It'll tell you which famous NCAA women's coach you are. And leave a comment and tell us who you are.
Maybe if you fill that out, we'll give you a respin if you don't like your team you get.
All right, here's the thing is Dino Sharkey is British, so my knowledge isn't the best. And here's the thing is we love that. We encourage that. So we're going to have to spin the wheel. Don't you think?
Yeah, we love it. That's great. That's perfect, actually, because that's what we love to do. We hope that you learn something from us tonight, and that if you don't, you at least have a team that you can follow, and maybe they'll teach you something too. But yeah, we're hoping that we give you some insight into these brackets. Some of it I think will be good. Some of it will just let you in on how we make a bracket generally, because I know my personal strategies may be useful to someone else. Any decision-making strategy feels like it could help you, both in brackets and in life. So we'll try to bring that to you today. But yeah, all about learning. Ask us questions. If we say something that sounds like you're like question marks flying around your head, let us know.
Yeah. Like, what is a bracket? Or no question is a dumb question here, I think is something we should establish. If you're like, how many teams are in the tournament? Or, are women even allowed to play basketball? Those are the kinds of questions that we're here to answer.
Feeling more and more like a valid question every day somehow. What is some of these schools? What do these letters stand for? I don't know, but I will find out. We'll find out together.
Yeah. School abbreviations, college. Yeah, exactly. When people say, "Oh, U of A," not everybody's going to know who that is.
No. What's UNT?
North Texas?
Maybe. That makes sense. That's in the men's bracket. That was one that got me. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, see, it's things like that. Colleges have abbreviations, and obviously, if you're somebody who's not familiar with every single college and their abbreviation, you might get overwhelmed by choosing a bracket. But we're going to help you walk through that process today. We've got a couple more viewers, so we should say hello. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
We love it.
Should we do a couple quick TopShot updates before we get into bracket mode?
I think so. I think so. I think so. I think so all the time.
I think it's a show.
I think indeed we should update the people on TopShot. Yeah,
so there were some stress tests today. Those went out a couple times. If you're not super familiar with TopShot, what's wild about it is you kind of have to be like on it to get a pack sometimes. Pretty cool. They did 2 stress tests today. It's been a little bit since we've seen a pack. Packs, you get multiple moments in those packs. They're less expensive a lot of the time than what we've been seeing in the marketplace. Although lately some of those moments have been, like sub $14. I would think the pack today would have been $9. So you would have gotten 3 moments for $9, which is great. There's some really good stuff. It's a deal. Some really good stuff in there. So they did 2 of those today, which I'm guessing means they're gearing up for probably the next Cool Cats drop, because I think those have been minted. So I imagine we see that probably by the end of the week, given that they're doing stress tests. Usually they do those a couple days before a bigger drop that they'll announce. For something like Cool Cats, they will announce them. They'll give you like 24 hours before that, or no, 8 hours before that drop. They'll usually tell you the night before, and then it's the next day, right? Is it 8? Yes. I think it's just 8 hours. So hopefully that means there's a new drop coming. They also announced today. Yeah, at some point, right? But hopefully this week and not late next week, or it could be anytime. Hopefully for this week. The other update from today, which we had talked about on our live, which may or may not have become a pod yet, but we discussed it when we talked about the Rising Stars and Seeing Stars packs. They did announce that the LeBron Challenge will be the rest of the Seeing Stars, not including the new Mike Conley Seeing Stars. That's part of a separate challenge. So we had mentioned, it made sense the ones for the KD were people KD had drafted. Some people weren't sure if the LeBron ones were going to be his whole team, because his team was stacked. And then I believe they're kind of teasing that. They haven't listed the cards for that yet. And I don't think that challenge is live on the site yet. So some people are wondering if the AD is going to be included in that, because his moment came out, but he was out for the All-Star game. So people are thinking yes. But that's kind of the only real TBD, I think, on that challenge.
It seems like people are not happy about this. I was reading some of the comments on Twitter, and it seems like people are actually really not happy about this. They think it's going to devalue all the Seeing Stars cards in the market currently. But there's really no way to know, right? I mean, it is the market changes every day.
Yeah.
It changes every minute.
I can see a lot of people going for this challenge because you get a LeBron, I think. And KD is amazing too. But the other upside of going for this challenge is you get the LeBron and you also get all of those all-stars. Like you get some amazing, I mean, they're all all-stars, right? But LeBron's
there's only one LeBron.
I mean, you can tell by right, and you can tell by the way that game went with KD's team not scoring any money for their charity that LeBron's team was stacked. So you do get, a nice little collection by going for that challenge. I do think it means the price point's higher. I wonder if people sell LeBron like the moments for the Seeing Stars challenge to then maybe try the KD challenge if it lowers the value for those KD cards if everyone's going for LeBron.
Yeah.
But I think you've probably already decided if you're finishing that KD. There's some time left on that, so maybe not. But I would be curious how it affects both of them when they actually open up that LeBron challenge.
I could actually see a world in which people sell their Series 2 LeBron moments to try to get enough money to then buy the cards in that challenge so that they could get the challenge moment. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Especially that Series 2 dunk moment that we all went crazy for and bought. The value of that card has gone down significantly from its high. I mean, the highest it got to was about $2,200.
Yeah.
For even just a high serial. So I do see probably just a short dip in the values of LeBron cards perhaps when that challenge is released, but we'll see. It's a volatile market. There's more people joining every single day. I mean, NFTs and TopShot have basically taken over the news. And we were talking about this today. They're kind of just shrugged off and laughed at. And every old person who talks about them on TV right now are like, well, why can't I just look it up on YouTube? And
you can.
And yes, you can if you're a nerd.
Also, like if that is how you want to interact with the moments, right? These highlights, then yes, you are welcome to go look them up on YouTube.
Yep.
And that's that. But it's not just about the clip anymore, right? Top Shot's about the community. It's about tracking your ownership with NFTs in the blockchain, right? It's kind of all the other pieces that come with that. And it's the excitement for NFTs. They're all the rage right now, even outside of the basketball space. I mean, if you're someone who's like, I don't know about basketball, but you're an art person, like Google art NFTs and see what you find, because I think you'll be surprised by how many different areas this is starting to kind of become a thing in. I think this is just the beginning. And I think musical artists will do this. I think, I think there's going to be so much coming down the pipeline just as a whole. So it's cool to both learn about it through TopShot and to feel like I'm getting some experience and learning what it was in the first place. Like I would not have known. I think I would have been hearing NFTs at this point and been like, okay, fine. Like it's Bitcoin, I guess. Like it's the same.
Yeah.
We're crypto. Fine. Okay. I'm not interested.
I think everybody's just trying to become a master of coin lord like Elon Musk. Or whatever he named himself, which, by the way, that is so not the point of the stream today. But
like Tech King or something.
Oh my God, the Techno King.
Techno King, yeah. He could have gone anywhere because we know his kid's name, and
true,
it really could have run the gamut on what he ended up calling himself in his position.
I love it because he gets trolled so hard by everybody and every analyst. He's like, oh, he's just tweeting about Doge because he's a troll. And you know what? You might as well feed into that title you've been given. Yeah. The troll. The techno troll.
It almost feels like satire but
Yes.
he's also an incredibly powerful man. So like,
I'm very, very wealthy.
It's a troll on himself and on all of us, and
the man is sending rockets to space.
Yeah.
But he's going to send average Joes and Josephines like you and me. You like that?
Average Joes and Josephines.
He's going to send average Joes and Josephines like you and me to space with no training. We're not going to have to go through astronaut training to go to space with Elon Musk's plan.
I hope there's some training.
But I don't think
this feels like a survival of the fittest trap where they're just going to be like, if you want to go, you can go. No training necessary. And people go. And then
I think that's going to be it. But I think they're going to force young people to go, because if the plan is to like send people there to maybe colonize the planet and, you know, start a whole community, they're not going to send your Grammy and Grampy up to space. Like,
should we give Elon Musk a bracket team?
Oh, we gotta. Should we start with that? Let's start with that. So, okay, Elon, if you're watching, Techno King, if you're out there, we are about to assign you your NCAA Women's March Madness team. We wish you the best of luck. And if you end up winning the tournament with this team, well, we'll send you something anyway. Just send us your Addy.
I want to. Oh, there we go. Can I make this bigger somehow? I guess I need to like fill my screen to fill this screen. That makes sense. All right, Elon, who are you rooting for?
I'm so nervous.
Oh, Louisville, pretty good.
Louisville. Oh, that's actually a great pick. Elon Musk, congratulations. I'm gonna throw a banner up there.
Writing it down for myself because we will tell him if this
all right.
Man, you know what? It kind of stinks he got. I think I'm assuming they're good because the men are good, but
Louisville's a great team.
Women's. Yeah, no, you looked at it. If someone else, I'm going to leave Louisville up there because if someone else spins and gets Louisville, I think we should respin for Elon because he's definitely not watching this live. So,
no, definitely.
Feels like a good one.
Louisville's a great team. They are a number 2 seed. So in their first round of the tournament, they're going to be taking on number 15 seed Marist. I think there's some Marist people on the East Coast. I know a couple Marist kids. So it'll be Louisville versus Marist in the first round of the tournament, which is going to be on Monday, March 22nd at 8 p.m. So Elon, make sure you're watching your team Louisville on Monday, March 22nd at 8 p.m. All right, cheer them on.
There we go.
That's a great team to root for.
Yeah.
So Elon, that's a great pick.
Should we have Mike in the chat here? Should we spin for Mike?
Yeah, we gotta give Mike a wheel spin.
All right, let me I realized I don't think I can keep both of the screens up, so let's do the wheel spins.
Okay. We'll do the wheel spins. Oh, it looks so much better right now.
All right, Mike. Who are you rooting for?
All right, Mike. Here comes your team. Here we go. Okay.
He was so close to South Florida. Nope, he got Washington State.
Oh, Wazoo. Okay,
yep,
hold on. They are actually looking pretty good this year. Let's see, Wazoo.
Mike went to grad school at South Florida, and it's very funny that he almost got that one and then didn't.
Okay, you know what's amazing is actually Washington State takes on South Florida in the first round of the NCAA tournament on Sunday, March 21st at 9:30 p.m. So, Mike, you're going to be rooting against South Florida. I'm sorry to tell you. Number 8 seed South Florida versus a number 9 seed Washington State. So
should we just take Louisville out? Is that Elon's? Should I take him out of the wheel? I feel like everyone should have one team
take them
to root
out of the
for.
wheel because we can't have too many people.
You know what? I'll leave Louisville, but we're taking Washington State out. So Mike is Washington State.
Okay. All right. Mike, congratulations. Go Cougs, even though that makes me sick because I am a Washington Husky through and through.
Mike has officially and fully jumped on the Wazoo train. So
about to take it in the wazoo. Oh my God. We got to leave that one up there a little bit longer. Hey, I don't know if Dino Sharkey is still on the stream, but we got to give a spin.
Yeah. All right.
Don't you think?
Dino Sharkey, who are you rooting for?
We'll throw the comment back up there. British, so your knowledge isn't the best, but guess what? You're about to become educated in the School of New Work.
We're spinning it.
All right, here we go. Oh boy, who's it going to be? Maybe it'll be Drexel. Lehigh?
Texas.
Give me Texas. Okay, Texas. All right, let's see who Texas is taking on. All right, Texas. Texas versus Bradley. I do not know about Bradley. But I do know that Texas is a pretty good team this year. Number 6 seed Texas versus number 11 seed Bradley. That game will be taking place on Monday, March 22nd at 8 p.m.
Do we think I think we should start sort of picking as we spin the wheel here. Do we think Texas over Bradley?
Oh man. You know what?
Let's look. We'll do a little of our analysis here. We are getting into the bracket now. So here we go.
Okay.
I pulled up the matchup. Yeah.
Here's what I will say. I actually think Bradley could win this game. I think they've had a winning streak in the last few games. So they're coming in pretty hot. And we know how we feel about teams that are seated a little lower. We always hope for the upset, right? And Texas is a pretty good team. So I'm going to go with Bradley on this one.
All right. I think we do it. I think, too, that 6v11 is a fun underdog matchup. Those underdogs make me feel good about, I think in that range, I feel a lot better picking the underdog. Although the ones, like, the farther away they get, the more fun they are. But I do, once I get to, like, 6, 7, like that 5, 6, 7 matchups.
Yeah.
Although 7's super close. It really is 5, 6 where we're looking.
Okay, but here's the thing is Texas has Charlie Collier. And Charlie
she's going to be the number 1 pick, isn't she?
Is probably going to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. I don't like rooting against Charlie Collier.
Okay, wait. Did I share? I figured out how we can put the wheel back in. But should we flip a coin?
Let's flip a coin. Yeah, if that's an option, let's flip a coin.
All right, so I gotta press flip again. So heads is Texas, tails Bradley.
Yes.
All right. This said Bradley.
Okay, Dino.
We can revisit if we need to. We'll put in Bradley for now, but we will. Hold on. Can I move this tab?
All right.
No, I can see this.
Dino Sharkey, you are going with Texas Longhorns in this tournament against Bradley. Pretty good.
You have to root for Bradley. We will keep them on there for now, but there's a chance we switch that to Texas, given
Charlie Collier, who is probably going to go, as you said, number 1 in the WNBA draft this year. So.
The nice thing about coin toss is, and this is tip for life, if you're not sure about something and you flip the coin and find you still wanted the other thing, the coin toss still worked. We flipped it, got Bradley, and we're like, you know what? I think we want Texas. So maybe we make that switch and call it a day, because I think we are rooting for Texas. When we're watching the game, I want the bracket to reflect who we think we'll want to root for when we turn the game on.
Agreed.
And I think if I see Texas, I don't think I'm rooting for Bradley until it's the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
And they're close and they could win it. Like then I'll switch. But I think when I turn on the game, I'm going to root for Texas.
Okay. I agree with that.
That's where I'm at.
I do agree with that. Okay.
So let's, I'm going to share this. I think I fixed it because now I have my wheel spinner to the left, so we can keep these up. This is great. All right.
Okay, great. I am going to put.
I think we probably would pick Louisville, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't root for Marist because I'm an Iona Gale, baby. Let's go. Go Gales.
Louisville it is. Okay. And then what the other team we picked? Where is that matchup? South Florida, Washington State.
I hate Wazoo. So South Florida.
Okay.
Sorry, Cougs. I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
And this is what I do. I click the info and I look at some of these stats. If I'm really not sure, sometimes I'll go look at rebounding stats.
Oh.
I like to pick. There was one year I was like, I'm not sure what to do. And someone was like, pick a random stat and go with it. So if after I look at this, I'm not sure what I want to do, I look at a random stat. Usually I go with rebounds.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah, I think too that's a real difference maker in these games. So
yeah. I think for me, and this might seem a little unfair, but I really try to go by the ranking in the women's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with teams like UConn and Stanford, and the favorites generally are pretty good to pick. If there's a clear difference in their seed, usually you're pretty safe to go with the number 1, the number 2 seed in the bracket. But we do love an upset. You're welcome to pick an upset anytime you want.
Yeah, and I like to pick a couple of them. But I saw a great tweet today. I'm forgetting who wrote it, but it was like, you can go by the Vegas odds. Like, it makes sense to pick the favorites because the favorites are picked based on like those. That's why those bets can exist. Like, they're probably they're very likely to go the way that Vegas thinks they're going to go. So like, it's smart to pick the favorites. And if you get to a point where you feel like you're picking too many favorites, that's why they're favorites. They are expected to win the game. And then ones where it's close, like you can look at those Vegas odds and see where it's pretty close. That's an easier swing to overcome. Of course, you can still have those incredible games where the underdog just goes for a run and you never see it coming. But that's what makes March Madness so fun. But it is like most of your bracket can be expected. So don't feel bad about that. Some people are like, oh, you just picked all the highest ranked teams, and so what? That they're ranked high for a reason. They're the best.
Don't let anybody shame you about your picks. Also, that's the entire reason that we started this podcast, is so men would stop shaming people for not agreeing with them. All right, you can pick all the number ones. That's your right, babe, and that's strategy. That's fine. You don't really have to do a thorough analysis if you don't want to. Okay, that's what's fun about sports.
Pick your favorite mascot. We're gonna do that a couple of times. You like one team's colors better? I had a friend in college who, when we would watch football games, she would say this team has the prettier uniforms, and that means they're gonna win. And sometimes the number of times that worked was incredible. Sometimes she was really onto something.
Just enough.
Yeah, no, it was a great betting strategy too. I was like, listen, good pick. Good pick. Yeah. All right. Should we start at the top here? I mean, I think it's safe to say Stanford and UConn.
I think we definitely should start at the top. And I can try to give us a little overview of the teams as we go along. I am not an expert in any way, but I have watched, I think, enough basketball to maybe give a little preview, a little overview, maybe some of the top players. So yeah, let's start at the top.
We love it. So Stanford, Utah Valley, Stanford and UConn take these games easily.
Yes, easily. Stanford is technically the number 1 ranked team in the tournament for good reasons. Fun fact about the Stanford team, though, I do want to mention is Anna Wilson, who is actually Russell Wilson's younger sister. She's and she actually had an injury, a pretty serious injury.
That's right.
A couple seasons, and now she's recovered and she's playing. This is her senior year. So I think it's a pretty cool story and important to know that arc about her. But overall, the talent on this team is amazing. I would say, especially though, somebody to watch is number 22, Cameron Brink. She's a freshman forward. She's 6'4", and she's somebody who isn't talked about like Paige Beckers and the Caitlin Clarks.
Collier.
Collier.
There's another name I'm blanking on. Who's
Crystal? No, there's another player. Anyways, but Cameron Brink is not talked about, I think, enough. She's not underrated. She's just not talked about. So that's somebody to look out for on the Stanford team, and they are the number 1 ranking team in the tournament. So you got to go with Stanford.
Love it. And do we know why they were ranked over UConn? I was looking at these stats here. I guessed maybe it was this top 25, but they looks like they saw a couple more games against them. 78 points per game. What are we working with? 82 points.
Only reason why. UConn did have a couple rough games during the season. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. There was a little stretch where they had just a little rough patch, but it was exactly that. It was a little rough patch. It wasn't really any, in my opinion, significant reason for them not to be the number 1 team. But again, I think it's maybe for the best that they're not ranked number 1. There's already so much hype.
Does UConn need a chip on their shoulder?
No.
Probably not.
But,
did we give them one anyway?
We did anyway.
Like
so they kind of do have one. But, that's okay. That's all right. All right. So Stanford.
I'm sure we'll get back to that combo. Should we just go down? Oklahoma State, Wake Forest.
Yes, okay. I'm gonna go with OSU.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with OSU.
Yeah, this record's jumping out.
Yeah, I think OSU.
Yeah, cool. Let's do it. Missouri State, UC Davis.
Oh, okay.
Wow, so way less games, huh?
Yeah.
This is one of those that 5-6 range. I want to pick. I don't know enough about UC Davis to want to pick them as my underdog, but that also sometimes is why I feel like I should, because it's always a team I've never thought about.
I believe UC Davis is now in the Pac-12. No, or are they in the Big West?
They might tell me.
They're in the Big West, I believe. Big West Conference. I thought they were part of the Pac-12 now, but
I don't know.
Anyways, UC Davis, as a Northern California girl, I feel like I have to go with UC Davis.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm going to go with UC Davis.
Missouri State. All right. We'll take it.
Let's
I'm down.
All
you
right.
said Arkansas. I love the Razorbacks. I think we go Arkansas here.
Absolutely, sure. Arkansas.
Yeah. I would think we go Ducks.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I don't know. How is South Dakota?
I can't root for the Ducks
anymore.
I can't.
Oh, that's right.
No. University of Washington all the way. And this matchup isn't even about UW, but I cannot pick Oregon. Sabrina Ionescu, I love you, girl. You're great.
You're not there anymore.
But you're not at Oregon anymore, so I cannot.
Would you have picked them if this were last year?
No.
No, still.
I see. This is another bracketology thing. I can't pick any teams that are my favorite school's rivals. I can't. I always pick the alternative.
Okay.
And I always hope that the rival team is ranked really low and sucks. But if they're ranked higher than the team that they're seeing, I always root against them and root for the other team.
Good to know.
Yeah. By the way, I should also say, not to distract from our bracket talk, but they are actually on ESPN right now going through the women's bracket, which I have not seen.
No, I saw a tweet about that on my way home. I think they started that a little while ago, and people were really excited that they were giving the women's bracket more attention and more coverage because they don't. And you don't really, I mean, this for me is, one of the first times I'm really looking at this bracket and excited to watch these games and planning to dedicate time to these games.
I'm watching this on TV and I cannot believe
they're
doing this. Wow, that's cool, guys. Maybe on a side TV if you're rich and you have 2 TVs. Maybe you can watch the ESPN women's tournament special they have on right now.
I love that Macy thinks you're watching us on your TV.
Yes, of course you are. Why wouldn't you be?
Because no, definitely not YouTube on you're definitely not live streaming from a laptop or a device. If we're not on your TV, you're doing it wrong. So if you have 2 TVs, definitely get that up on one. If not, just keep us up on your television.
Wait, can I go back to Arkansas really quick?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Arkansas, I think, has the potential to win the tournament, and I'm gonna say that because Chelsea Dungy she can drop 30 points or more in a game, any game she wants to, and that team is dangerous. And if there's going to be any team that can rival Stanford or UConn in the finals, it's going to be Arkansas.
Yeah. I like a number 4 team.
Yeah, so they're my pick against
I'm more of a numbers pick sometimes. I also love the Razorbacks. My best friend from college is a big Razorbacks fan, so I'm down choosing Arkansas. And some people, listen, I know usually when I go through these, I'll start to pick like down the whole side, and then I'll go back through the matchups. But sometimes if you just know you want a team to go a little further, just go ahead and click them on through. That's my advice. It makes the next round easier because you're like, I already decided I want to see them.
Yes, exactly.
A little further.
Hey, also, once we fill out this side of the bracket, I think we have a guest that wants to come on and open up a TopShot pack.
Oh, we love it. That's the perfect time to pivot back to TopShot. That's amazing. Georgia, cool. Drexel. I think I'm leaning Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Let's go, Georgia. Great team this year. And you got to go. Who are they playing again? Drexel? Yeah. Okay. We're going to go with the Lady Bulldogs of Georgia. That game is on Monday, March 22nd at noon. That is going to be a great game. Georgia is just looking good this year. That's where
my high school mascot was a bulldog, so I like rooting for a bulldog.
You got it. Okay, then you got it.
As simple as that sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hard.
Northwestern UCF.
Okay. Here's where my bias comes in. So I actually think UCF is the better team statistically.
Okay.
But because I got rejected from Northwestern undergrad, I'm going to especially root for UCF.
I love it. I'm down.
Sorry.
There we go. All right. Do we want to? Is it pack time?
I think it's pack o'clock. Let's let me get our guest going here. In the meantime, anybody watching, if you haven't already picked a team and you're in the chat and you would like a team to root for, we have a wheel to spin for you.
Send us a message. We'll spin the wheel.
Yeah, leave a comment, send a message, preferably leave a comment in the chat, and we'll spin the wheel for you so you have a team to root for. It's as simple as that. See, we're doing all the thinking for you.
And we may give you a prize if your team wins, which is double prize, because not only do you have a team to root for that would then win, but when they win,
exactly,
we're going to give you something.
You're going to get and don't be a sicko. It's not going to be like,
it's not going to be weird. Maybe some merch. That would be fun.
We need to
maybe we'll spin the wheel for what the prize is. I think something themed to the team, whether it be like a beverage or like a I was thinking Tennessee whiskey. I lived in Nashville for a little bit, so I'm also thinking like hot chicken if a Tennessee team wins. Like that's where my brain's going right now.
I forget that you have that Tennessee connection because Pat Summitt was huge coaching the Tennessee Lady Vols. She's like the most one of, I guess, the most iconic. But I would say most iconic. I would say most iconic coach of all time across all sports, Pat Summitt. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Baddest bitch in the game. But did you ever, let me ask you this. Was your college a big sports college? Like, was there big basketball games or big football game?
No.
Or was it small like mine?
I went to Tulane. Our baseball team was really good at the time. We played in the Superdome. Our football team. So I loved rooting for the football team. I didn't realize I would have loved to have gone to a big football school until I didn't. And realized I really enjoyed those games, but we still had a ton of fun. But it was cool to go to the Superdome for those games and basically be the only people. Like, you kind of had the Superdome to yourself, because even if a ton of people showed up for those games, we weren't filling the Saints Stadium for, our college game. Went to a couple basketball games. Actually, I think the women are doing okay right now. The men's team, I'm not sure. No, I guess not. Maybe the men qualified or were about to qualify. But yeah, I wish that football was bigger there, but still had fun nonetheless. Our quarterback is now on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's the one that was in the photo with Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady went to Tulane with me. I'm 40-something years old. No, Ryan Griffin on the Tampa Bay Bucks went to Tulane, and so I would go cheer him on with friends of mine and watch the football games and be like a handful of people in the crowd. So it was fun. I felt like I knew those football players because we felt like we were the only ones there. But yeah, he was the one that was carrying Tom Brady out after their boat parade. So it was fun to see a Tulane alumni on T-shirts and all over Twitter, and to be like, "Hey, I remember when you played college ball."
Okay, that's cute.
And didn't win a ton of games, but it was fun. We had fun.
That's one thing I feel like I missed out on, not going to a big school. So I went to Iona, and obviously the basketball team is pretty good, but I miss just in high school, we had a giant football stadium and football games were here, and I miss that vibe. I feel like that's something I really missed out on. But you gotta move on. You gotta move on.
Gonzaga's going to lose in round 2, along with Michigan. Both teams have not been challenge or tested. Florida State, Illinois is going to be the national title game this season. Wow,
FSU and Illinois. Okay, now that is a great take, Dark Sage 9117. Do you have a favorite team in the tournament, or would you like us to spin the wheel and pick one for you?
And we are picking a women's team. This is men's. This is men's, but we will give you a women's team if you need one. No Gonzaga over here. I can't root for
Gonzaga either.
So
I agree. Yeah. Gonzaga should lose. I think they should lose. I don't like Gonzaga. UW all the way, babe. They're not in the tournament.
I listen. I think we should. I might screenshot this take just to have it so that we can report back, and we'll make sure that you're here for the next time. If this is the title game, you just deserve a lot of credit. I hope so.
That would be great.
It looks like our guest has arrived.
Oh man, you guys!
Welcome, welcome.
Hey guys.
Hey.
You guys.
Taylor. Taylor secured a pack today. Taylor's a great friend of the pod and the live.
Love the pod.
Long time listener, first time guest. Correct?
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you so much.
Forever.
For
You're
years.
You're welcome. Hey, listen, what are you feeling after getting a pack? Are you just feeling the best you've ever felt in your life? What's that like?
Yeah, I am. It's just, your day's going along, and then you have a chance to get a pack. And when you do, you realize you weren't having a good day until that pack comes through. And then all of a sudden you're having a great day.
Yeah.
There you go. And then you open it and it could go either way.
That's why I love opening them, but holding on to them is great, because then there could be something great in there.
Yeah. And as people open theirs, the odds tend to go up, right? When that number one cereal is still floating around, you're like, could be me. You don't know yet.
Could be me. I know. I got the lowest number I ever got too.
Oh my gosh!
In line today.
In line.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
It's amazing. I hope that you didn't use up your line luck on the stress test. I think though this is probably just the start of some really good Q numbers, line numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't really know. You
believe
guys
it.
know way more than me, so I'm still figuring it out a little bit.
I think anytime you can secure a $9 pack, there's so much upside. Like at work, I mean, each of those cards is at least worth $3.
Agreed.
Like you're gonna make a
100%.
profit. So getting a pack is great. Or you keep them forever. Are you team hold, or do you like to sell your moments? Where are you at?
I'm I think I'm a little bit of a mix. I've sold a few. I had like a couple of the same guy, and I was like, well, I don't need two of this guy.
Yeah.
And sold. So I'm sort of like, I look at mine as, I'm looking at the values, but also the players, and the moments. And so there's some that I like and some that I don't really care for that much. And so, but I did make a huge mistake. And you guys probably know more about this, where like I had a few moments for sale. This was like weeks ago. And they were for sale for a couple days, and I kind of forgot about it. And then I guess like they minted the moments or like made them like a limited edition or something, right? From the commons.
Yes, they made them
All
eligible.
the series 1 were anyway. All the series 2 were made limited edition because as the platform grows, the size numbers of the editions has to grow to meet demand. So they were like, yeah, this is it. These are going to be.
Yeah, I just got it. Like, I got these texts, and it was like, all your moments sold in 1 second. And I was like, oh, well, that's cool. But then I realized I was selling them like penny on the dollar. So, yeah, that was like kind of a bummer, but, learning.
It really does feel like you got to be on on top of it all the time. I'm excited for when it's less demanding of that energy.
I know. I feel like I'm missing out. Like when I'm not, like when I don't have one eye on it at all times.
Yeah.
But that's why I have you guys to keep me updated.
Yes.
We do
what I need to know.
Yeah. We are here for you emotionally as well in your life and on TopShot. So let me ask this. When did you get into TopShot and why? Was it to become a millionaire one day? Because that's why I joined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got into it. Oh man, I'm actually not sure. Maybe
I think it was us. I think Mike got into TopShot and we were all like, sounds cool.
Yeah, but I don't. When was that? Like a month ago or?
Gotta be January.
Yeah,
right?
2 months ago, I guess.
Like late Jan, early Feb.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, you guys got me into it, and Mike got me into it, and I mean, I loved like trading cards when I was younger, and since I got into TopShot, I dug up all my old trading cards, which has been great.
It's awesome.
Do you feel like
and like Marvel cards and Magic the Gathering cards. So
there you go. Do you feel like you'll get more into physical cards too, or do you think you're just going to enjoy the ones you have and then
I've already gone back to buying physical packs.
That's a fun. I do wonder if that's a trend overall, if physical trading cards have seen a resurgence because people are talking about them more in comparison. But if people are like, oh yeah, I might have some that are valuable. This reminds me.
I think so. I mean, I went to I had to Google where I could even buy them because I don't know, where to go now. And so I found a shop a few towns away, and I went in, and it was a lot of people in there, but the shop was like old and like not really like.
Was it just for cards?
Yeah, and like some memorabilia and stuff. But there was one old man working behind the counter who like clearly I think he like took this job so he could sit and not talk to anyone for 8 hours. And now all these people were in there, and he just was like, what do you want? Like, what do you guys want? You know, felt like we were bothering him for sure. And I think it seemed like a lot of people who were just excited and getting back into it.
Yeah. What do you think is going to be worth more, your physical card collection or your TopShot collection?
I think TopShot probably. I mean, even if it goes way down from where it's at now, it'll be worth more than my sad collection. Because when I was younger, I didn't really have all I knew was like the popular players.
Yeah.
So it's funny looking back. I have some that were like my most prized ones, and I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is anymore. I don't remember him playing, but I thought he was the best. I thought it was like the best cards to have. So
that's fun. There's
also good to remember for this too, that go with the best players is a good strategy.
Yeah.
Like if you know their name, other people know their name, and that's good.
Yeah.
Same with the bracket. If you think you're picking your bracket based on who the best teams are, then do that. It's not a bad strategy at all.
Or a name you recognize. Like if you know that school, there's a reason.
Don't they is it like the final four pretty much always 1s and 2s? I mean, for the most part,
yes.
Like the rest of the brackets will like go either way. But from my years, like spending way too much time, a few years ago, like trying to figure it out. And then afterwards I'd look at the year before and I was like, oh, it's just always 1s and 2s at the end.
Yes.
I wonder how many people go back to their brackets like that and use that as data analysis. I really should have been saving.
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I mean, I didn't look at my own brackets because they were so bad and they lost hard. But like, I just looked at who won, like who was the year before, and I went back and I was like, oh yeah, the 1s and 2s just go all the way through. And, you know.
Makes sense. They're ranked 1 and 2.
That's a hot take that you guys, just dropping on this pod right now. 1s and 2s all the way through.
That is a really hot take. We're going to have to revisit that. Can we? Okay. If you would oblige us in opening up your pack, we would love for you to do that. And then after that, we definitely want to get your bracket takes, more of them.
Oh, okay. I'm not prepared for bracket takes right now. Well, I could give you general bracket takes, Well,
we're definitely going to give you a team.
We're going to give you a team. We have a wheel we're going to spin for you, and we will pick a team for you.
Give you a team.
I love it. I will root for them the whole way, all in, maybe buy a jersey. We'll see. I'm on board for that.
Excellent.
All right. While we wait for you to pull that up, I'm still watching the women's bracket special they're doing on ESPN right now, and they just did a whole segment on UConn.
As they do.
And an entire 10-minute segment on UConn. By the way, Coach Gino Auriemma got tested positive for COVID, so he actually can't coach until the Sweet 16. If they make it. Let's assume they make it, but
wow. That's going to be an interesting, for both tournaments, right? That COVID's still a thing.
Yep.
And if there's teams that aren't in it, like Duke's straight up not in the men's tournament because of COVID, as far as I know.
Also, all the players have to have their own rooms.
Oh.
They don't normally have their own rooms?
Interesting.
They usually have a roommate. But this year they get their own rooms and they can't really socialize with each other.
Wow. And they're all in the same place. Like it's all in one spot. So I do wonder if the level of competition goes up because there's no travel. There's no there's less hanging out.
And there's no fans heckling you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like
although that adrenaline, I think maybe that evens it out. I do think it's harder. I maybe for college athletes more than professional athletes. I would wonder if not having fans is a bigger. Although they've been doing it all season, so maybe not.
Sue Bird actually talked about that pretty recently, and she was like, you know what? Not having fans in the stadium actually might make the scoring a lot higher than it would be because there's no heckling, there's no pressure, nobody's booing you. Those things really affect the offense more than they affect the defense. Defense doesn't get affected by heckling, really.
That makes sense.
And she mentioned that the other day where even playing in the bubble, when they were doing the WNBA, it was like pretty high scoring games because nobody was heckling them.
We should heckle the defense more.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about what that would sound like. Because like it's easy to get in your head on offense if you miss a shot or you can airball or you can like bank it off the corner or whatever, right? You have free throws, but why are we not heckling the defense?
Your arms are long.
Put your hands up.
Your feet slow.
Jump higher. Move faster. Don't get crossed up like that.
There needs to be an equivalent, you know, like when someone's at the free throw line and they have like coordinated efforts by the students to like move one way or yell something, or it needs to be a full coordinated effort against the defense.
I will show this take real quick, by the way. Most times the consensus pick or the two best teams never make it to the end. So with the men's, Michigan and Gonzaga are by far the best. And then on the women's side, UConn. But just because a team is dominant or is the consensus pick to win, that is not always the case. That's true. That is true.
I would say
100% true.
And I think too, you find that the overall favorite, I would say maybe not, but to Taylor's point earlier, like the 1 and 2 picks tend to be in those final rounds. And I'd be curious. I mean, I do think I'll have to go look at what the stats are on that. I do wonder how many times versus like a number 2 team has won versus a number 1 team, or like, because you know you have four sections of the brackets. You have 4 number 2 teams and 4 number 1 teams you're talking about. So it may not be, to Dark Sage 9117's point, it may not be the ones that you're hearing talked about all the time, but it still could be a 1 or 2 seed team.
Totally.
And I think typically, kind of both things are sort of true, that you have 1 and 2 seeds near the end, but you also, it's not necessarily the consensus pick. That does seem
for sure. Yeah. I was thinking of like, you know, just getting points with your bracket too, and like trying to not even pick the winner, which I could never do, but just trying to get as many of those up there to like get points, because I've seen people like win their bracket tournaments without picking the winner. They just get enough like far ones.
And that's something we haven't talked about yet, is the strategy to when you're in bracket pools with people, and the way those scoring systems work is definitely a different way to pick. I would almost say more incentive to pick the higher seeds in those cases, or to pick the favorites.
That's why, that's just what I'm thinking back to the pools I was in, where I would have won if I just like played it more safe instead of trying to like be smart and figure out who was gonna like go all the way.
Total point stuff.
Yeah, I had one year where I thought I had won. It was an office-wide pool with a lot of people, and it was like good amount of money. And before the last game, I was like, I did the math, and I was like, oh, I won. And I spent a lot of money that weekend. And then I did the math wrong, and I did not win.
Oh no!
Oh no!
There was one year my dad and I were in the same. We actually worked for the same company at one point, and so we were both in the same company-wide league. And it came down that one of us was going to win, and we both picked opposite teams in the final game. So we were like, "Nice, family win! Here we go." Yeah, that was fun.
I'll never forget. And that year that I lost to someone who knew nothing. It was one of those people who didn't know anything about sports and just kind of filled it out. Someone told them what to pick, and
it's a good lesson.
It is a great lesson. Yeah,
Taylor will never count wrong again.
All right, I have my pack up and going, guys.
All right.
Yeah,
you want to go ahead and share your screen?
Let's see it.
All right.
Make sure your social security number is not on another tab. You don't open up your bank account info. Just make sure it's right on that TopShot page.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't think we need to do anything on our end, but I'm not sure.
All right.
No, I think we're good. He's got it.
First guess, so this is new for us.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, that was. I thought I had it up.
Take your time. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff. Take your time. Taylor is going to be opening up a TopShot pack for us live on the stream. Maybe he'll get a LeBron. What do we got? Slam dunk pack, please. Yes. Boy, oh boy, do I hope it's a slam dunk. Or it's the worst pack of all time. I mean, that would be
that would be fun for you.
I hope you get
guys.
3 of a kind, and I hope they're all a pretty good card.
I hope it's all
That's what I want. I want like a pretty good 3 of a kind.
Yeah. All right.
All right, you got it?
Wait, sorry. It's taking me another second. I just got a new computer. So
Oh, humble brag.
yeah. Guys, I mean those stimmy checks are coming through, right? Once again, prematurely spending money. Like I didn't learn my lesson.
Yo,
we just talked about this.
Yep. No.
Had you on the pod too late.
Yeah.
it's okay. Hey, take your time. We got all the time in the world. We probably will have. You're welcome.
We don't have a bedtime.
No, you really don't. We're gonna be doing this until 1 a.m. like true Twitch cam girls.
Oh wow!
Wow. My voice cracked. I'm an adult woman, I promise. We might have a couple other guests come on too. Who's to know? Probably a surprise to Kelsey who they are. She might not know a couple of them, or she might.
Who's to know? Macy will know.
But most of all,
surprised.
I will know who they are.
Mike's already going after your stimulus check. Mike, he spent it on the computer he already bought.
Yeah, dude.
And then
I like the idea that Mike's bracket's going to be yours tonight.
and then he gets your Timmy.
Yeah.
He gets your sweet.
Wow.
Sweet.
Imagine if people are betting their stimulus checks with their brackets.
They absolutely are.
Risky.
Or they're buying Doge. Not me. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be Macy.
Couldn't be me. My stimmy still hasn't hit at Joe Biden. Where are you at? Where's my stimmy?
Definitely watching us right now.
Yeah, Joe's watching.
Man of the people.
Joe is definitely not a Twitch guy. He's more a Periscope guy.
Yeah, and I think Periscope's about to go away, right? So
it's so sad.
That would make sense. He's on the outdated platforms.
Taylor, let us
guys.
know.
Okay, hold on. I might have to just jump out and jump back in real quick.
Do your thing.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys.
What if we ended? Oh man,
that's good. Listen,
good move,
all right.
Mace. Good move.
He will open up a pack eventually. This is still real fun. We still do have some bracket stuff we can talk about. That second half of the bracket, actually, I don't think we finished filling out the first half.
No, let's go for it. Let me
fill out the rest of the first half of the bracket.
Yeah, let's look at this. I know. Here we go. Oh, wait. Nope.
Wait, hold
I
on.
won't share screen. It's Adam. Here he is.
There he is. All right.
All right.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
All right. You got it?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. I see
Is that
something.
it?
Yeah, baby.
There we are.
Okay.
All right. Taylor is about to open up his stress test pack from Series 2 of TopShot, drop number 23. Let's see what he's got.
All right. Here we go. You guys got any predictions here?
Trying to remember what's in this pack.
I'm gonna say you'll get Ben Simmons. I don't think he's in the pack.
There's rookies in this, right? I want you to get a LaMelo.
Let's get a LaMelo in here, or a Tyrese.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Oh boy!
What do we do? Left to right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh,
what do we got?
Cam Reddish. That's not bad.
Okay.
Not bad. We like a Cam Reddish. Yes,
Yeah.
we do. Oh, look at that.
That's a fun little assist.
Hey, what's your cereal on that?
That's at 89.28.
Okay, not bad. Not bad.
No,
That's
not
just,
bad.
We
I
like
forget what the actual
What
numbers in the song are. But
what's the lowest cereal you guys have?
guys, I pulled a 44 Duncan Robinson the other day.
Can't believe it.
Whoa.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible. I think mine was maybe in the 100s and I purchased it.
I think after that's like 312. I think I bought a 312 Marcus Smart at some point.
Mac is
All right. Wait, can you guys hear the music or no?
No.
No,
God, it's cool.
that's okay.
Ready? Here we go.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
What's
Oh.
this?
Oh.
Yumbo.
Gotta. All
There we
right.
go.
All right.
I love those
Buzz,
jerseys. I think the Buzz City jerseys are great.
Yeah.
Buzz, baby. Buzz, buzz.
Buzz, Buzz.
Oof. Okay. All right.
Man, we really want
Like
to
the color.
though. That's unfortunate.
I know. I feel like you deserve it after these.
After
I
these,
just-
You know what? I'm
You
loving
know?
this. I'm loving the experience. Okay.
we love having
And
you
that's
on.
what I'm trying to say to like put out that good energy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here it comes.
There we go.
Little Mellow. Oh, no.
Okay.
Troy Brown Jr.
Troy Brown.
Okay, so Taylor, this pack is okay.
I gotta tell you, I don't really have takes on this pack because I don't know these players very well, which makes me think you could sell.
Listen, this
So
Troy.
now, do I
Brown-
hang on to these or do I sell these guys?
No,
I
don't
think
sell.
I think you check out where they're at in the marketplace.
I think that Troy Brown Jr. card is sitting at a nice $6 to $8.
Okay.
So if you'd like a coffee for the next day, then
So that was more of a layup, but a missed layup. Maybe there's value in that. The misname.
listen. Hey,
Yeah. Oh, Macy's saying if you want a coffee, sell the card.
yeah. If you need a Dunkachino,
I think
do.
if you don't think, sell it for dunks for sure. But I don't know. You could hold them. Like you're still so early in this that at some point people are going to think it's cool to have any card from the beginning.
yeah.
So all of the cards we're getting, it's still in beta. So
I
It's a
also
beta
think
base
it's
set.
just fun to have a bunch of moments.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
excited
I-
for when I have enough moments to make fun showcases with like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
all the like letters that start with this, all the names that start with this letter, or like I can't wait to make a siblings one. I have a feeling I'm going to drop too much money on a siblings pack or showcase. I'm excited about that. But yeah, collect the moments for showcases.
I think, and it's just like, I think too far ahead sometimes, but I'm thinking like, it'll be fun, like down the road to go back and be like, wait, which ones do I have? And go through each one and
Mhm.
just like enjoy them again.
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of hanging on to them to hang on to them, but you can, I don't know, it's fun.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that was a little underwhelming, guys. Sorry about that. I was hoping to give you
No.
a big,
We love that.
Listen, you got a pack, and
I know.
Macy tends to open her packs before we stream. So I don't think we've had that many pack openings. Macy's at 1 a.m. Should I open it? Should I open it? What should I do? Should I open it?
Listen,
Open it and buy the hardened card.
I don't
All right.
have great impulse control. But listen, Taylor, we loved that. Thank you so much for sharing that experience with us. At the end of the day, we're all just people sharing experiences, right?
That's what someone says when you get a bad pack. So here's what I'm
we love
going
it.
to do. Next pack I get, I will not open it and I will come back on if you guys will have
Yes,
me and
We
open
would
my
Absolutely.
next
love
one.
that. We would
Absolutely.
love to have you on anytime to open a pack. There might even be another stress test drop soon. So
Yeah,
Wow.
I think there's an actual stress test probably again and an actual pack drop. Maybe they'll do it. Don't they tend to do like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday? That feels like a.
I've given up on the algorithm. I have no idea.
Okay, what's going on here? We're,
All right.
we're spinning the wheel?
We're gonna pick your women's team.
Yes.
There's a couple teams out of the mix because they've already been assigned
Yes,
to all of our fans.
Elon Musk got Louisville.
Yep.
Oh.
Um,
Was he on right before me? I
Yeah.
wasn't watching.
Yeah.
He was on right before he had to.
Yeah.
He had to. Dip
He has a
out.
kid, you know.
You guys kicked him off for me to come on.
Yes.
Yeah, we told him he needed to go.
He wasn't the headliner, so
Cool.
Yeah.
his time was up.
But Elon got Louisville, right? Our friend Mike famously got Washington State University. And who else is off the board? Texas. Texas is off
Yes.
the board from Sharky, our British friend.
Dino Sharkey. I think
Dino
Dark Sage is gonna need to get a team soon.
Yes, Dark Sage, we're going to get to you. If you're still here, we're going to get you a team. But all right, so Taylor,
There we go.
Here we go.
Oh, wait, Macy was before what?
I was going to say, before we spin, right off the top of your head, is there a specific college or team that you like?
No.
All right, then here we go.
I'm wide open. I'm going to be happy with whoever I get. I'm telling you.
All right, here we go.
This is great. Did you make this? Oh, okay.
Are you getting North Carolina?
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
UNC. That's
What's their deal right now?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull up their stats. And they are playing
Alabama.
No.
Ranked
Oh
number
no.
10.
Oh no, they're playing Alabama. Oh boy. Okay. So this is probably going to be a really good matchup. You've got number 10 UNC, University of North Carolina, versus the number 7 seed University of Alabama. Roll Tide. Both teams pretty solid. Pretty solid.
I like this right off the bat because I'm fine rooting against Alabama. So
Yeah.
Hey.
yeah, I'm on board with this. Also, North Carolina, great college town. That's it. They have a really nice town.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never been there, but one day we'll all go take a trip down there.
Yeah. Well, when my team wins this tournament and I get some sort of winnings from it.
You will. Yeah. You'll get a prize.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to go on.
Spin
I'm
the
going to
wheel
make a
for what you
bet.
get.
I'm putting money on them now that the wheel
Perfect.
picked them for me. I'm putting money on this team.
Here we go. UNC is the Troy Brown Jr.
Oh my! Can we block that? What is that?
Here's the thing: is this is good for you. UNC had a pretty solid run at the end of their season, so they're coming into the tournament hot. Okay, they're coming in hot, so they've got a little bit of momentum. I can't say the same for Alabama necessarily, but that's because I don't know off the top of my head how they were doing towards the end. But
love it.
UNC, pretty hot right now.
I'm all on board with that. Like, how have you done the last month thing?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not a hot. That's the coldest take ever. But like,
it's a hot.
I just have looking back where I've made mistakes. I feel like that has bit me before. Where like a team that's ranked lower but has got hot and I didn't realize it. They tend to just rip off some wins. So
yeah, they get a couple rounds it seems, and then.
Especially now with like things being so weird and COVID, like if a team is all together and they're doing well, I think that's like a big deal.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's a great point. Mace, do we go North Carolina on this one?
Oh man.
Oh, you don't have to do it for me, guys. You know what I mean? Like, don't let me.
You know what? Let's throw UNC on there. Yes.
Wow.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, that's your team. That's a great pick.
Love it.
Go get yourself a jersey.
Yeah. All right.
That's actually a great one to have spun if you were looking at jerseys.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right. Taylor, thank you so much. We will let you disappear into the abyss and go back.
Welcome back anytime. You have the current link. So
thank you. Guys, this pod is great. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming. See ya. I don't know if I needed to remove him if he was gonna do it. That's so fun. We had our first guest.
That was our first guest of the pod. Wow. That was amazing. Thanks so much to Taylor for coming on, opening his TopShot pack. Some packs are winners and some packs are losers. And that pack was right in between. All right. So did we finish filling out the first half of the bracket yet? Are we almost there?
No, we did one side of it. So this might be where we decide we're gonna fill out the first rounds, and then maybe we come back to this another day.
Yeah.
Because I had not anticipated how long a bracket. I forgot how long it normally takes me independently, because it does take me a little bit. Although probably less time. I'm doing far less research because you have it all right here, so it's helpful.
True. It is also very possible that we have somebody that wants to come on here. Mr. Andrew Barlow might want to make on here. He knows nothing about sports and would like help picking a team. So he might He might get on here.
Yeah, get him in here.
Yeah, he might get on here in a few minutes. But we can go ahead and keep going with this bracket here.
Do
At
we
least the right side. Let's
All right,
finish
let's
off the
do
right
this.
side.
Let's do Riverwalk here. All right, so we went UConn over High Point.
Yes.
Makes sense. My brother went to High Point, so I like when they're in a matchup that I feel better picking them for. But this one, sorry, bro, it's gonna be UConn.
Sorry.
Syracuse, South Dakota State. I feel like I always lean Syracuse.
Gotta go with Q's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Iowa, Central Michigan.
Iowa, Caitlin Clark.
Okay, there it
best
is.
player in the league right now, besides Paige Beckers.
Kentucky's another team I always feel like I should go with, but that's because of the men's tournament. And because I still think about the John Wall.
Oh yeah, exactly.
He was
Let's go.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to go with Kentucky here.
Okay, I like it. Michigan, Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast men's made a run 2-3 years ago. No, that may have been longer than that. I can't remember if I was in college when that happened. I think I was in college. Which they stand out to me as a bracket team, but again, for the men's side, Michigan, Florida Gulf Coast.
I'm gonna go Michigan.
Yeah. Wow, look at how many more games they played.
Whew. That might end up being a really good matchup.
Wow, 82 points per game.
The seeding doesn't really. Oh, see, now this is an interesting one. You've got a team that's seeded higher.
Wow, they've played like twice as many games. Oh no, I guess only 8 more.
Is that
9 more games? But that's a lot.
Well,
82 points per game. 16-0. I don't know. I think we go Florida Gulf Coast.
Should this be our first round upset pick? Not technically.
Yeah,
but
I feel good about this.
Let's go.
Man, Florida look at them. 16-0 in their conference. I guess this top 25 is what makes it tough because Michigan's seen more of those top 25 teams. 2 for 3 there. I don't know. I like Florida Gulf Coast.
Florida Gulf Coast. Let's go.
I think that's fun. Tennessee. Okay. Ooh, Tennessee, Middle Tennessee State in the first. Go MTSU. Balls. Man.
Go Balls.
This is a fun matchup for Tennessee, though, because I like that. Fun. I really like that. But yeah, Tennessee. Go Balls. Virginia Tech, Marquette.
Oh, boy. Okay, Marquette. Again, Marquette men's. Usually pretty good. And so is Virginia Tech men's. But Virginia Tech women's, they ball out. They are the real deal. Let me actually throw up a quick stat for Virginia Tech because I am a huge Virginia.
And I assume we're going Baylor over Jackson State.
Yes,
so
Baylor. Yep.
Yeah, Baylor's good.
Baylor's a favorite too. Yeah, we're going Virginia Tech on this one.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Should we roll through the first round on these other sides?
Yes, we should.
South Carolina, Mercer.
South Carolina.
Yeah, Oregon State, Florida State.
Oregon State.
Okay, Georgia
They're
Tech.
Looking hot. They were kind of an underrated team beginning of the season, and now they're baller. So we're gonna go Oregon State.
Okay. Georgia Tech, Stone Cold Stephen F. Austin.
I almost want to pick them.
Again, because of the men's team, but I like them in tournaments. I do think most of our underdogs are a 5-12 matchup, which although we picked an 11 here, we picked an 11 here. So no, they've been 6-11, but although that was a 12, we've picked a couple of underdogs.
I think they're good picks nonetheless.
I think this is fun.
West Virginia versus Lehigh. West Virginia. The stats on that are hard to ignore. So we're gonna go West Virginia.
Okay, we said Texas, probably UCLA.
We do like UCLA.
Okay,
we do.
Maryland.
Oh, or Mount St. Mary's, Maryland.
Yeah. All right.
Mount St. Mary's is a 15 seed, but what if that's the upset? What if that's the big upset of the tournament?
Then I don't think, although,
because it could be. It could be. Let me Mount St. Mary's women's.
We have a couple upsets already.
You know what? It looks like Mount St. Mary's. lost a couple towards the end of their season, and I feel like that doesn't give them very good.
Well, and look at these points per game. I mean, if Maryland's scoring 91 points per game,
that's hard to argue with.
I mean, I guess opposition points per game is lower, but
okay,
that's a lot of offense.
Safe to go with Maryland for that one.
NC State, I assume.
Yes.
Gonzaga. Oh, the Gonzaga is in this one for the women's. Gonzaga, Belmont. I lean Bulldogs because I was a Bulldog, but I did also spend some time in Nashville.
Belmont.
All right. Indiana VCU.
VCU.
Okay. Macy likes an underdog.
Yes, I do.
In that BYU.
Oh, okay. Oh man. I don't know why I want to pick BYU, but I think Rutgers is the better team. Yeah.
Arizona Stony Brook.
U of A. Bear down. Let's go.
Iowa State, Michigan State.
Oh wow, pretty evenly matched here.
Yeah, that feels like it could go either way.
76.
I can pull that up again.
Smooth. Wow, that's gonna be close.
Mace, did we lose your camera?
Oh, yep. Hold on.
Your audio's great.
Okay, great.
Iowa State, Michigan State, and then Texas A&M.
I have a voice for radio anyway.
Perfect. This is what a live podcast looks like.
I know. Okay, great.
Iowa State, Michigan State, Texas A&M, Troy. Last ones on this.
A&M, Texas A&M.
Okay.
All right, those are our first round picks.
What are we picking for this one? We didn't do this yet.
Iowa State.
All right.
Gorgeous.
Looks good.
Look at her. She is a bracket. Oh, she is a bracket at the end of the day.
When do these games start?
Sunday. Sunday at noon.
Okay.
And that's going to be, oh man, I can't see a Final Four without UConn, Stanford. Oh no. No, I think Stanford and Arkansas is going to be really close. Oh, yeah, see, that's hard. That's really hard. I think Stanford and Arkansas could be. Oh man, that game could be. I mean, UConn, Iowa, and UConn. I think UConn has that game. Caitlin Clark, obviously.
So we think Iowa in this one.
Oh yeah. Give me. Now at this point, I'm just like, man, all these teams are so good. That's a problem with this. All the teams are so good, right?
Here's what I think. I think we come back to this later in the week. I think we do some research on these picks so far.
On the first round.
And we lock ourselves into this. Video evidence. We lock ourselves in. Even if we find some stuff down here, we're locked in.
Yeah.
But we do some research on what's to come, and then we give you those final breakdowns. We've been at this thing for an hour and a half, and it's 10:40. So I feel like we should come back fresh. Finish the rest.
I agree. I feel like
bracket.
Let's get rid of our other picks, and then we'll come back.
We can keep these as a reference of where we were at today, because I don't know how to get rid of them.
All right, we'll keep those there as a reference.
Yeah, and then we can change them out. But we did it.
You guys, we did it. We picked the first round of the bracket, and Stevie woke up from a beautiful nap. Hi, baby.
Did.
What do you think of March Madness? You hear her?
Do we need to pick a team for Stevie, or is she just?
Oh my gosh! Yes, Stevie needs a team. Can we?
You guys might root against each other at some point here, but Stevie needs a. Stevie's prize will be treats of some sort. They will be dog friendly.
Oh, she's gonna get so many treats.
She could also probably qualify for merch. So we'll see what the wheel decides when it's gift time. But we'll spin the wheel with the options and see what we get. So here we go. Stevie's team.
So many treats. Oh, Stevie, what you gonna get? Oh
A bulldog for the doggo.
my goodness, Gonzaga! Oh
That,
my goodness!
that worked out beautifully.
She's gonna be the biggest Gonzaga fan ever.
That worked out beautifully. We love to
Oh,
see it.
Did
we have guests waiting in the wings? Should we
let me check in with our guests really quickly because
if not, they're more than welcome whenever we do this
to
again.
join us on the next stream. Let me check in with them very quickly.
Yeah, I would love to give them a team if they're around and avail, but I think it's probably just about time to wrap this up for the day.
I think we should, in fairness, spin the wheel for ourselves.
Okay.
So that we don't have to root for UConn or Stanford or that kind of.
I like it. All right, you ready for your spin?
Yeah, give me my spin. I want to know.
Oh wait, I should share it. I just almost spun it without showing you.
That'll be fun.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Macy's team.
Okay, who am I rooting for? I feel pressure. Oh no.
Oh, fun.
Yes, let's go.
They're fun.
Yes,
I like that.
go.
I like that.
Okay. Hold
All
on.
right.
Women's basketball. Who are we playing?
Hold on.
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
I actually think that could end up being a good game.
Look, they're 14-0 in the conference. 81 points per game.
All right. You know what? I feel good about that.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right. Who am I rooting for?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Give me a Drexel.
Drexel.
Let's go.
All right.
Chelsea's rooting for Drexel.
Where are they? I don't even think we picked them to go on.
That's so good. Yeah.
I forget.
We love those picks. So I will be rooting for South Florida, Austin. What am I picking? SFA?
Yes, you have SFA.
And Cal State.
I'm rooting for Drexel.
Two amazing schools with lots of very good.
Oh, here we are. UGA, Drexel. Nice. 14 seed.
Oh, you're playing Georgia.
Yeah. And it was next to Georgia on the wheel. I was hoping I would get Georgia.
Oh, wow.
I should have Bulldogs.
Okay.
Is Gonzaga dogs?
I
thought a dog of some kind.
It's a bulldog. Yes.
Yeah, I just got confused when I saw I didn't help myself.
Okay, so I have the Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks.
Spike the Bulldog. Okay. When I saw Georgia, I was like, wait a minute. How many Bulldogs do we got? Okay.
Too many dogs is what I'm saying.
Who let the dogs out?
You know what? I think those are two solid picks, and I think both of those teams are going to carry us through the entire tournament. What do you think?
I think so. That'd be a fun little matchup. Although we're on the same section there. We'll see. Gonna be fun.
Ultimately, we're going for
Go Huskies. More dogs.
But everybody is a winner in women's basketball. Very, very competitive. Not everybody can get there, so we are very proud of all of the women who are in the tournament. You're gonna do great, babe.
Can't wait to watch you.
Yeah, we can't wait to watch you and cheer for you. We're gonna cheer extra loud for everybody on the court because everybody's a winner. But we're so happy you got to join us for at least a piece of the bracket creation and a little bit of pack action. A little bit of passion.
Hopefully more paction by the end of the week, given these stress tests. I do think that it's likely we'll see maybe another stress test and maybe a nice drop of something. So hopefully by the time we come back and finish out that bracket with all of you, we will have some more packs to show.
Yeah.
At that time. So
we're feeling good.
Stay tuned. Keep your eyes. If you're a TopShot person, definitely keep your eyes on Twitter, on the website, in the Discord for those stress tests. It does seem like we'll probably get another stress test soon. If you are thinking about going for the LeBron challenge, they did tease that you'll need those other seeing stars moments. So
Yep.
Start trying to scoop those. But
And
yeah,
otherwise, we wish you a very happy March Madness. And
we're sorry it's only Tuesday, but we'll make it.
we're
I'm sure we'll see you at the
slow.
end of the week. It's going to be fun to check back in a few days from now and see how our bracket theory has evolved.
Yeah, and we'll start thinking of a good prize for everybody that we've spun the wheel for. We're going to continue to spin the wheel probably on our next stream. When we
remember your team, because if they win, we are sending you something. We haven't decided yet. The wheel will do that.
Yep.
We'll pick a few categories, and there it is. We did it.
And there it is. We did it. All right. Good night, everybody.